Rajkumari Amrit Kaur was the first Health Minister of India and served for 10 years in the capacity. She was an eminent Gandhian, a freedom fighter, and a social activist. Kaur was also a member of the Constituent Assembly, the body that framed the Constitution of India. Amrit Kaur was born on 2nd February 1889 in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, then United Province. She and her seven brothers were the eight children of Raja Hamam Singh, a member of the princely family of Kapurthala state in the Punjab region, and his wife Rani Kaur Sahiba. She had her early education in Sherborne School for Girls in Dorset, England, and had her college education at Oxford University. After completing her education in England, she returned to India. Raja Harnam Singh enjoyed the confidence of many Indian National Congress party leaders, including Gopal Krishna Gokhale. After her return to India from England, she got interested in India's freedom struggle through the occasional visits of those leaders to her father's home. After meeting in person Mahatma Gandhi in 1919 in Mumbai, she fell down to his thoughts and vision for the country. The notorious Jallianwala Bagh massacre of mostly Sikhs the same year by the British Raj troops convinced her of the necessity of India's gaining its freedom from the Raj. She joined the Indian National Congress and began to participate in India's struggle for freedom and also in social reform activities in India. She co-founded the All India Women's Conference in 1927, became its secretary in 1930, and president in 1933. For her participation in Gandhi-led 240 miles Dandi March in 1930, British Raj authorities imprisoned her. She went to live at Mahatma Gandhi's ashram in 1934 and took up the austere life there despite her aristocratic background. She served as one of the Gandhi's secretaries for 16 years. As a representative of the INC in 1937, she went to a mission of goodwill to Banu in the present day Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The British Raj authorities charged her with sedition and imprisoned her. In 1942, she participated in the Quit India movement and the Raj authorities imprisoned her again. She championed the cause of universal suffrage and testified before the Lothian Committee on Indian Franchisee and Constitutional Reforms and before the Joint Select Committee of British Parliament on Indian Constitutional Reforms. She served as the chairperson of the All India Women's Education Fund Association. She was a member of the executive committee of the Lady Irwin College in New Delhi. The British Raj appointed her as a member of the advisory board of education. She resigned from the board during the Quit India movement. She was sent as a member of the Indian delegation to UNESCO conferences in London and Paris in 1945 and 1946, respectively. She also served as a member of the board of trustees of the All India Spinners Association. She worked to reduce illiteracy and eradicate the customs of child marriages and the parda system for women, which were prevalent then among some Indian communities. She was a part of Constituent Assembly and a member of Subcommittee on Fundamental Rights and Subcommittee on Minorities. After India's independence, Amrit Kaur became part of Jawaharlal Nehru's first cabinet. She was the first woman to hold cabinet rank. She was assigned the Ministry of Health and was one of only two Indian Christians in the cabinet. In 1950, she was elected the President of World Health Assembly, becoming the first woman and the first Asian to hold the post. For the first 25 years of that organization's history, only two women held that post. Kaur was a strong moving force behind the establishment of All India Institute of Medical Sciences in New Delhi and became its first president. For establishing the institute, she secured aid from New Zealand, Australia, West Germany, Sweden, and the United States. She and one of her brothers donated their ancestral property and a house named Monorville in Simla, Himachal Pradesh, to serve as a holiday home for the staff and nurses of the institute. Kaur served as the chairperson of the Indian Red Cross Society for 14 years. During her leadership, the Indian Red Cross did a number of pioneering work in the hinterlands of India. She initiated the Tuberculosis Association of India and the Central Leprosy Teaching and Research Institute in Madras. She started the Amrit Kaur College of Nursing and National Sports Club of India. From 1957 until her death in 1964, she remained a member of the Rajya Sabha. Between 1958 and 1963, Kaur was the president of All India Motor Transport Congress in Delhi. Until her death, she continued to hold the presidencies of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, the Tuberculosis Association of India, and St. John's Ambulance Corporation. She also was awarded the Rainy Sen Memorial Award. She died in New Delhi on 6th February 1964. Now, her private papers are part of the archives of the Nehru Memorial Museum and Library at Teen Murti House, Delhi.